Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 4 of this Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich as Brazil. So, this is the first time that I'm actually able to respond to some of your comments, so thank you for that. I had to do a bit of pre-recording because I'm away over the weekend. And the big thing is you have pointed out how I become the Empire. Most importantly is it's not actually up here. I've been searching through this. There is an important element, which is you must have faith and state, so that is good to know, and we are going the correct direction going through the AIB Triumphant, but it's actually down here once you've beaten Argentina. So once you have Argentina de Landa, which you need to break La Plata to get that, you can then get the Imperial Restoration, which is right there, with the Patriona Vistas, which we've got, and then the Unity through Faith, which is the focus that we need after the Civil War. So the Civil War has to still fire. And then finally we can choose who to crown, and the one to go for is Pedro Henrique, who gets the Imperial Restoration event. So that is what we are going to aim for. So thank you very much for pointing that out. Very helpful indeed, and that is what we're going to try and do. First though, we have a Civil War to trigger. So hopefully we can just tick through time until it triggers, because there's not really much else we can do until then, because I'm a little bit reluctant to go to war with other nations. Because that would basically mean fighting on two fronts, and that's silly. So we'll wait for this, and then we'll go. So, what else is happening around the world? Because that is basically all we can do right now. The President's speech, an event. Our President has delivered an emergency speech today calling for national unity against the rebel forces. Elections postponed. 200 political power. Our President has announced that the next presidential elections, which were scheduled for 1940, have been postponed till 1942 due to the present conflict. Emergency in Rio. Presidentes attempt a coup. Shocking news came from our capital today as we learned that the Temerista leaders Isidoro Diaz-Lopez and Luis Carlos Prestes have gathered a militia of workers and peasants and are now marching towards downtown Rio de Janeiro. According to our reports, the mob plans to take Palacio de Catete by force and depose our government. The Presidential Guard will disperse the Cindy scum. Or the coup succeeds. No, obviously. Revolution! Prestes launches an uprising. As the Presidential Guard resisted the mob's attempt to depose the government, armed bands of workers all around the nation have risen up. Upon Prestes' call, militias in Sao Paulo, Para, and in the northeast have deposed the local governments and declared themselves the Provisional Socialist Government of Brazil. Despite we still having full control over the armed forces, some small units have joined the rebels and mass defection is suspected. If we don't suppress these uprisings quick, we will have a full-scale Brazilian civil war on our hands. Oh, you gave me 200 political power and then you lose me 800. Well, I'm glad I didn't get up any more stability. Can we just have one moment of calm? That's all I'm asking. So they've taken... Oh, phew, they moved the troops. No, we still control Rio, but we're adjacent to Sao Paulo, so I think we're just going to basically march on in there and grab it. We've lost all of our organisation, though, which is not great. No equipment, though. Message from the United Communes of Brazil. They've changed the diplomatic status of us. They're declaring war. Alright, so we're in a fight. Huzzah. First of all, let's get you guys... all of you into the army, except for you who are still training, and I'm going to keep you training. Next up, we need a general. You're an old guard, you're an engineer, and you're a marshal. You know what? We're actually going to take the engineer. Vargas Neves. And further to that, we are going to make our front... Actually, we have the north. Interesting. In that case, what we're going to do is we're going to grab you two. We're going to split you off under the Field Marshal. Your job is going to be to go from here down to here. And then your job is to secure the capital and take the south. Okay, cool. And we have some research. We have all of the 37 text there, 38. We can in fact get more research going. Let's start with that. We can also get an Air Force. I'm going to wait a little bit on the Air Force. Are we currently getting a thing? Here we are. Oh, that's for the steel though, which is going to be super helpful. So we've lost a couple of our factories, but not a huge amount, because we were mostly building up Rio de Janeiro, which thankfully we didn't lose. Yeah, I think we did lose some of our military factories, though. I'm pretty sure we did. So how is it looking between the two sides? We have 16 divisions, 4 factories, and 18 civilian factories. They have 3 military factories, 4 or 5 divisions, and 3 civilian factories. So we're actually pretty well prepared. Let's go down to speed 3, because I'm sure they're going to get some more spawned in through event. Okay, so with all the civilian factories available, let's start militarizing. Get some more military factories there in Rio. Yes, we are going to want to try and blockade them if we can. So I'm going to suspect that we have naval superiority here. So we're going to go on convoy raiding all around here. And we're going to give command to Padilla. The others are all old guard, but they do have traits already. No, we're going to give it to Padilha, and hopefully he can get us some, or hopefully he can get some skill. Okay. Let's see what happens. So organization should recover pretty quickly. We have bypassed the Civil War focus, which means that we can now at last head down the Civil War tree towards AIB triumphant. He's not in Civil War. Okay, so that is post-Civil War. Good to know. You guys moving? Yes, you are. Good. Factory seized in Sao Paulo. The syndicalist mobs have seized several major factories in the state of Sao Paulo. According to them, these industries shall now service the state and the people. -1 infrastructure and minus another 100 political power. They remain the same amount of power, though. We are way stronger than they are. So hopefully we can curb their enthusiasm rather quickly. We should be able to be fair. In fact, you guys, you may as well march in direct to Sao Paulo and take the port as well. And then we just need to take those bits. And honestly, cavalry? Okay, you're all strategic moving. That is totally acceptable. Downfall and stability. With the lack of political power, our country is destabilized and needs to recover. Crackdown on integralists. The socialist bandits have initiated a general persecution of integralists in the land they now occupy. Another 100 political power and minus 10,000 manpower. Ouch. That actually kind of hurts. So you guys, can you please get a move on? How's your training? You're almost done. We are training another 2 divisions, after which we should stop. Because we may need reinforcements for our guns. It is really annoying that your icon is as if you have no general. That's going to get super, super, super confusing. How big is this state? Let's go across here and then down, I think. They actually have a navy. Interesting. We're on the outskirts of Sao Paulo. The Russian state declared war on the Turkestan Khanate. So that's going after them, yep. Russia is doing everything as they should be. The Ottomans are definitely losing that war. And Bulgaria is collapsing. And there we go, Sao Paulo is ours. Does that mean they have no factories now? Pretty much. 1 military factory left. So we need to hold Sao Paulo, which I'm sure we can do. Oh, they've actually got a plane in the air. How cute. Right, you may attack. We're still getting into position, which is fine. You may as well just continue down the coast, honestly. Just keep on taking stuff. They do have some ships. How many, though? 1. Oh. Okay. We have a battle going on here. You're attacking into there, so are you. In fact, are you? Yes, you are. So minus 77, which is kind of amazing considering they have 0 organization, but then we don't have very much either. But we've taken the capital already. Like, we control their industry, which is insane. We're going to be very aggressive because we just need to take territory. We're actually coming out ahead now. Oh, and more technology. Right. Let's get elastic defense for more tank bonuses. Sounds good to me. It's flickering backwards and forwards. In fact, what we could do is just cut them off. That would work better. I mean, this fight is going to be ongoing for a while, just because of the organisation there. Multiple front attack against you, which is excellent. In fact, if you can get behind them, that would be very helpful. You guys are marching in. Good. You're attacking. Yeah, don't bother. Just stay there. So long as we have Sao Paulo nicely isolated, which we do, then we should be just fine here. Absolutely fine. In fact, what I might ask you to do is just cut across here. And they will be completely isolated. How are we doing? When do you arrive? 11 days. Damn you, Amazon forest! A rainforest even. Slightly bigger than a forest. Okay, we have multiple lines of attack. We have another soldier who is ready. We have you who are ready to join this. You guys are attacking into there. Good. I would like you to have a different colour actually. You can be green. That fight should be over pretty soon. They have actually got another man in over there, which is unfortunate. So we'll have you go and assist. That fight's over. And you're actually pushing south. Can I see when you arrive? 15 days. You arrive in 7. That's totally fine. That's going to give you time to recover your morale. And then we'll be in a pretty good position to go and beat you up some more. And you will be out of supply. We won't. Okay, that's a fight we're winning. Good, good, good. Could you please strategic move? Because otherwise that's going to take you for frickin' ever. Thank you. Yeah, the very fact that we were aware that there was a civil war coming and also that we've been building troops since the start of the game kind of gave us something of an advantage here. Are you getting any reinforcements? Yeah, you are. But you still only have the one factory. Thanks to my having built up Rio de Janeiro, not knowing where the lines were going to be drawn. Oh, and we've won. There we go. With the lack of political power, our country is destabilised even more. Riots and strikes are beginning to shape up everywhere in the country, and the government is struggling to reassert its authority. Integralist Brazil took 5 states. United Communes of Brazil were annexed. There we go, victory is ours. Huzzah! We've got 3,000 equipment, where are they all? Alright, so is that literally the Civil War done? Yes, we have actually won the Civil War. Well, that was a little bit anticlimactic. Alright, next up then. War with Argentina. Let's get ourselves prepared for this. And then you two here. And I want you going for Buenos Aires as quickly as you can. Okay, cool. Speed 5 again then, I guess. We have this soldier who's going to be becoming available. We've got some more coming. You know what? Another one. We're in disaster now. The Ottoman Empire took 2 states. Kurdistan was annexed. 1,820 stuff. With the lack of political power, our country has plunged into disaster. The situation is by all means catastrophic, and we're struggling to keep our grasp on the country. Yes, we're not going to war anytime soon, but we may as well prepare for it. We'll make you do that. Cool. Oh, and also that new troop. You can join the training unit. Marvellous. Did you get any experience from this? Tiny amount. So weren't you level 1 when we started? You might have been. I don't remember. Were you? Yeah, you were. Because he was the best general we had. Okay, so you gained a bit of experience at least. That is good. Did our troops gain experience? Tiny amount, not huge. Not a huge boost, but, you know, enough to be acceptable. So how is Argentina doing? You have 15 to 21. You have got more military factories than we... No, we have the same number. And I have loads more civilian factories. In fact, we probably have roughly the same military at the moment. Insufficient resources, that's just mostly steel, which we are going to be getting in very soon. The Austrian Empire took 11 states. The Tsardom of Bulgaria was annexed. Yeah, Austria is looking really quite strong now. Didn't you go to war against Romania? And then you peaced out or something, didn't you? Something like that. Well, at least we have decent popularity. So as soon as the CSN is done, that will A, mean that we can produce more guns, and B, allow me to just have no focus for a while and recover from the disaster. Which will take us probably a year or so. You guys are still training, and in the meantime we can just keep on militarizing and preparing for the war against La Plata. Well, would have been irrelevant. I don't think we could have got war economy, but being partially mobilized is definitely helpful. Although the number of civilian factories we have active right now, 4. And Sao Paulo did take some damage. Okay, so we have the CSN. We're now not going to take a national focus for a while. Unless these give us political power. AIB Triumphant. We may want to take that because it might have events which help us recover. So I think we will do that. Brazil's new era is about to begin. Given our victory in the Civil War, Plínio Salgado's words are to be recalled. It is not a matter of race, but it is a matter of morals. All God-fearing Brazilians rejoice at our victory and will bring Brazil newfound vigour. Let's get that. No, we're almost halfway done already. Oh, it's only a 7-day thing? Oh. Yeah, that's definitely a net profit in terms of political power. Okay, cool. Marvellous. Again, the game is running slowly. Why is this? Is it just that this mod is so heavy that it takes a lot of calculations? It must be. So we could begin the army purge, which gives us even more political power. It's another 7-day one. These two are super quick. So let's do the army purge. It will lose us some army experience, but that's fine, and it will give us more political power too. Syndicalists and other godless rebels still hide in the ranks of the army, believing their precious marks will save them from the wrath of the vengeful fatherland. They will all face justice, sooner or later. Sooner. Definitely sooner. And it's only another 7-day thing, so that should be totally fine. Cool. Yeah, CPU is only being used by Hearts of Iron 4. Memory is... I have a boatload of Google tabs open. You know what? I'm going to shut those and see if that helps. Bye-bye, about 20 tabs. No, it doesn't seem to have really sped things up. There we go, Army Purge. Marvellous. So now we can go towards Faith and State, which increases the recruitable population, bonus for industry, more political power, more political power. We're going to wait, I think, on those. Yeah, we're definitely just going to wait. I'm just having a look at the other options here. More factory output, more infrastructure, yeah. So the next thing that we are, I think, going to do is we're going to grab all of these and then war with Argentina. Oh, and there we get the annex war goal against La Plata. So yes, we need to go all the way down here and then get revanche. Or revanche, or however you want to pronounce it. Marvellous! In the meantime, troop training continues apace. We are producing about half the guns that we were previously. Oh, that's just because the factory output is so low because of the disaster. Right. What's happening in the rest of the world? Not very much. Oh, Bulgaria's back. Puppet, puppet. So your puppets are now Bulgaria, Serbia, but not Albania. I think that's still Ottoman. No, Albania is independent. The Kurds were wiped out by the Ottomans. That did happen. The Italians aren't fighting anyone, and the Second World War hasn't officially kicked off yet because Commune of France and Germany are not at war yet. How is Germany doing? How are your recovery going? Still have Victors of the Weltkrieg. Oh, they've tweaked those. They used to be plus 75% on all of them. Naval research is now actually Reduced. Colonial upkeep, yeah, that's still there. Legation cities. Research funding. Awoken militarism. Is not the bonus that it once was. I mean, it wasn't ever a huge bonus, but... Oh, and then the reformed economy. So yes, your economy is back, but you... I'm surprised that's still negatives. Really? Awoken militarism, that was here. Oh, recruitable population 3.7 division recovery time justify war goal time. Recruitable population factor 15. Those are all negatives. They may have done this the wrong way around. See, recruitable population factor is minus 15. United Provinces of America declared war on Central America. Which does not control Panama. Canada actually does. Which is fine. It just means that all of this stuff is more consolidated for when I roll through. With the mighty Brazilian tanks. Or whatever tools of war I decide to employ. Oh, one thing I could do is retrain the militia as regular infantry. You know what? I quite like that idea. And then yes, you will need to join the training army. And then you two can join the offensive. The proposed offensive. Alright, good stuff. Russia's actually taking down Turkestan, though they're not currently attacking. You are still at war, right? Yeah, yes. Mongolia and the Markleek, also still at war. How are these sides doing? Like, Mongolia should be building up faster. Yeah, you are still allied with Tibet. 13, 16, 12? So you have more divisions, but a lot less industry. Wow, Mongolia's industry is absolutely taken off. Comparatively. I mean, actually, how are you compared to me? I have more civilian, but you have more military. Not by that much, though. Anyway, once we have finished this, I guess we want to start building up Sao Paulo. However, is there a national focus which builds up Sao Paulo? Because if there is, then we don't want to go up all the way. No, there isn't. Unless Sao Paulo is a different region. Nope. Oh, it's already been done. In that case, we will want to stick a bunch of factories here. Military ones. Unassigned divisions. That means we have got people who need training. Marvellous. You two, training. Off you go. Good. And training continues, although we have a real shortage of guns. You know what, we're going to just turn those off. And we're going to let whatever we have left stockpile. Although I think we are still overall... Oh no, we're overall gaining. Slightly. Minister supports his ideology. Our current government contains a minister of a different ideology. This specific person started supporting their own ideology, damaging our party popularity. We have to act. Paternal autocrats increases, and we lose a bit of political power. Is that going to be really dangerous? Not really. I'll let you do it. And paternal autocrats aren't too bad. They're pretty close to what we are. Well, that was the syndicalist uprising. I don't know if the Republicans might still try. I kind of suspect not. I think it's just the one civil war. One's enough, thanks. So we're at minus 500. Still recovering, 1.3 a day. Just under 2 years to recover, actually. But we have a surplus of steel now, which is nice. Oh, how come this is so slow? They've signed a white peace. Nope, they haven't. Sultanate of Egypt took a bunch of land. Again, that's just the new peace system. Acting, I think. See if I can get this to speed up at all. I don't think so though. It's only using 40% of my CPU. Should be using way more than that. I do suspect that's an issue with the mod though. Hearts of Iron 4 tends to run rather better than this. Anyway, on that note, we have won the Civil War, and I think we're in a pretty good place to end this episode. So, thank you very much for watching. If you are enjoying this series, then please do hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, then do consider subscribing, and if you have any tips or advice for me, let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.